And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Shoot the Bullet, and we are into the hard levels. To the point that these 3 scenes took me, I think, a combined amount of like an hour and a half or something around that. So these are gonna be very, very hard levels, and it's pretty much only the beginning of the hard one, so this might take a while. At least more than I expected, really. That's okay. A spell like this reminds me a lot of Shunko. This one, she's moving as well. She goes up and down, I think. So I think that's not the issue. The issue is that you need 10 fucking pictures. Now that's an issue. What the hell? 10 pictures, dude? Isn't that a little bit too much? 10 pictures. Well, guess there will be 10 pictures. After all. Yeah, that seems a little bit exaggerated if you ask me. 10 pictures. Not to mention that this seems like it's getting even more dense. As if it wasn't dense enough. I mean the amount of bullets. Also, how is it going blue? Blue just like this pattern. There is blue everywhere. I was moving way too slow to the left. I never like the hitbox of the butterflies because I always confuse them. Even though I think the hitbox is relatively straightforward. But the fact that the shape of the butterfly, which is there just for decoration and nothing else, it's really what makes me think that it's like bigger than it actually is, but in reality the hitbox is just the circle. Well, the issue here is not thinking that it was bigger, the issue was thinking that it was smaller. But I guess I cannot blame the sprite itself. Oof, that counted as a picture somehow. Oh, that... okay. If I was on the opposite side, I probably would have gotten killed because I'm not good at... ah, that's a fail! That's a fail. Damn it. Okay, I gotta be patient here. Just be patient, there's no reason to rush this. Oh wait, I thought there was one more remaining. Never mind. I mean, one more after that one. Okay. That was relatively easy. Well, even if there was one more, it wouldn't have changed as much. Damn. That's quite a breath of fresh air. After so many hard spell guards. You know, they will keep on coming, don't worry about it. That's right. She's getting faster. And she getting faster means that the bullet density is gonna be thicker. Since there are gonna be more butterflies. That's okay. We'll appreciate if you didn't die, game. Was like some weird weird freeze. Ah, but it's okay. Yeah, that's the issue. There are some butterflies that get in the way, but if I try to change my path by going up instead of constantly moving to the side, a run is the one that's gonna kill me instead of the butterflies. So I should never stop moving to the side. Like if there is a butterfly like that, it's better to just go faster or something instead of trying to, you know, trying to dodge from the top. I guess it's fine now since there is not that much bullet density, but it's not a good idea when she becomes faster. But yeah, it's still hard no matter what. Honestly, I didn't remember Rana and Yuyuko being this much of a pain in the ass, you know, but they are. In fact, I also don't remember the Nets enemies being a pain in the ass either, but they might be. They probably are, I will assume. I mean, for what I remember, or rather, for the other characters that are remaining, I will assume that the next bosses are gonna be the two final bosses from Imperishable Night. So Aiden and Kaguya, and probably some extra bosses afterwards, which I'm assuming they are gonna be like Flandre, Yukari, Moko most likely, and I don't know who else. Oh, Suika, yeah, that. And then the final stage, which is against, well, final bosses of the previous game to this one. What's with the silly rotating of the sprite? I mean, that's what Ran does. He, you know, spins. You can imagine her as Sonic, but instead of a hedgehog, she's a fox. You know, like it's not like she's spinning because, you know, they couldn't figure out a way to make a moving sprite other than spinning. No, it's because she spins. That's the point. You know. But yeah, just imagine Ran as a Sonic the Hedgehog, but instead it's Sonic the Fox. Well, the nine-tail fox at that. That's what Ran is. Ran is a QB. A nine-tails. Why does she spin? I mean, I don't know, dude. For the same reason that Sonic spins. For no reason, that's why. And that's like asking why does Harry Potter cast magic spells? Well, because that's what the story wants him to be, a wizard. You know? It's the way it works. I mean, if you want to ask why isn't he an accountant instead, well, I don't know. Ask Miss Rowling that. But no, if you're asking if there is any lore reason, no, The answer is no. Sonic spin because the spikes on the outside protect the soft squishy insides. Well, that doesn't seem to work against spikes, like against actual spikes. But yeah. Yeah, no. The answer is there is no reason. There is no lore reason. As far as I know, maybe there is some lore master that will tell you, well, in the written work, it was actually explained that Ran spins because it helps the blood circulation, right? But no, I don't know why she spins. She just feels like it. No, dude, why do everything you think about has a Reddit filter? Why do you put that thing on such high status? If you want to know anything about Touhou, go look it up in the Touhou wiki. You know, just put Touhou wiki Ran, and if it doesn't say anything about her spinning there, well, go look up her perfect memento in strict sense, which is one of the written works where Sun explains in detail every character. So yeah, if there is no answer in any of those two places, then there is basically no reason other than it looks cool or whatever. There were still some butterflies. To be honest, it's an interesting question now that I think about it. Because it's something that I never really care about. I mean, no, I don't really care about this character. Or Chen for that matter. Which, you know. No, I don't know. Yukari doesn't spin. What are you on about? In what place does Yukari spin? Oh, that's a shame. Chen does spin, but where did you see Yukari spinning? But yeah, no, as I was saying, something that I never really stopped myself to ask it because I, as I say, don't really care about these characters, but you know. Touhou Wiki says nothing about why Ran spins, only that she does. Well, yeah. That's basically what I told you. There is no reason. It looks cool, or it's like the association of someone that can spin is because she can move very fast. Kinda as a way of portraying Chen and Ran as very fast yokai, which is what they are. You know, that's what they are supposed to be. Multiple times they are described as supercomputers. They are intended to be very fast in what they do, since they are servants pretty much, so they need to operate fast. Look silly? No, not very smart. Supercomputers as in... Supercomputers is a way to... It's a sweet way of calling them, you know, very efficient slaves. No, they are not super smart. They are just, you know, beings that follow orders and are very good at carrying them out. Not really because they are smart. In fact, I would say it's quite the opposite, since they pretty much just do whatever the master says. In this case, Yukari for Ran, and in Chen's case, whatever Ran says. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, it's whatever Yukari says, right? So yeah, I wouldn't call them smart. And yes, also Yukari doesn't treat them very well. Well, at least not Ran. I don't think Yukari really gives a shit about Chen at all. But yeah, when it comes to Ran, she treats her like a computer. So if, you know, she is not very... Yeah, if at some point she fails her shove, she starts hitting her. Like, you know, an old man will hit a computer when it's hung up or something, when it's operating slow. Well, this is the same. But then again, Yukari is one of the many characters in this franchise that is an insufferable bitch that nobody in canon likes. So, you know, it makes sense. Nobody in canon, but she has a lot of fans somehow. I mean, a lot of fans, a lot of people, real people that like Yukari. But not characters in-game or in-universe. For what I remember, everyone dislikes her for one reason or another. Not like there is any reason to like her anyways. So yeah. It's alright though. I mean, after all, she's supposed to be a villain. Well, sometimes she helps the protagonist, but at the end of the day, she's pretty much a villain archetype. You know, if you watch Naruto, I guess a very good parallel as a character in terms of how the writing handles it, rather than they are similar in personality. No. It's in how the writing handles it. It's like Orochimaru. You know how at the beginning Orochimaru was the enemy to defeat? Like the absolute most dangerous character in the series. But then, as the series progressed, he basically became less important, to the point where now he's actually on the side of the protagonists and helps them out, even, like, you know, here and there. But at the end of the day, he's still an asshole, and, you know, it's not really someone you can trust. Well, that's Yukari, pretty much. It's that exact same character. A villain that is very, you know, powerful and annoying to deal with. And then eventually, she basically mellows and becomes more of the side of the protagonist, but without stopping being an asshole. So yeah. See, the problem is that at the end I cannot even charge. She comes so fast that it's impossible to charge, but if I don't charge, how am I supposed to, well, take the last picture? Like, I don't get it. What do you want me to do? Orochimaru, then Itachi. No, Itachi is a different type of character. It's way worse. Itachi is a character that makes no sense. Well, it makes no sense when you include Shippuden. Orochimaru is more believable, right? What's not believable is how nobody has tried to kill him or seal him for good. But he as a character is more of a believable character, a character that the personality and the things he does make more sense, right? Itachi is just basically, well, what people like to call a moving goalpost, right? It's whatever the plot requires it to be, pretty much. It's nothing more than that. Well, I guess the same will apply with Orochimaru, but at least he's more or less a consistent character, I guess. Itachi is the opposite. Instead of being a psychopath, it's apparently a good guy that cares about others, even though that completely contradicts everything that came before. And then everyone sucks his dick, even though there is no reason to do so. But yeah, basically, Itachi is just a bad-written character. Well, saying that Itachi is a bad-written character implies that he's like an exception or something. No, one of the many bad-written characters from that series. Unfortunately, one of the very, well, many characters that are written like shit. But that's okay. I mean, after all, Naruto is a series for teenagers, and you know, it does that very well. So, you know, no reason to get upset over bad writing in a series for teenagers. I as well complain that Bugs Bunny makes no sense. How is it possible that this guy is entering a hole that is way smaller than him, right? No, it's Bugs Bunny, you know? It's whatever. He can do that because he can, and that's it. You don't need a reason for whatever Bugs Bunny does. The One Piece is real. Well, One Piece is another example. But yeah, at one point you obviously realize that getting upset at bad writing in this kind of series really is like getting upset at Bugs Bunny physics not making sense, right? Like, what are you doing? You know? Just that, the thing is that anime, is it something that comes from a completely different culture? It's something that at some point it might trick people into thinking that it's deep. I'm talking about shonen here in particular, right? Like all these series targeted towards teenagers, you know, because it's so different to what's targeted towards teenagers outside of Japan. You are like, damn, it's actually going for something more than just a little entertainment for teenagers. But no, that's not the case. That's exactly what it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's their purpose, and it serves it very well. But yeah, you don't have to fall in the trap of thinking that it's any deeper than that. Squid Girl? Huh. You mean Ika Musume? It's funny because there are some anime that I watch that since I don't think they had an official dub or anything, or sub for that matter. I watch them in Japanese, and like when people tell me the English name, they are like, I am like, wow, yeah, that's right, that's how you will call it if it was the translated version. Another one like that is Mirai Nikki. Everyone calls it Future Diary, which is exactly what it means. But yeah, there wasn't an official translation when I watch it, so it comes a little bit shocking. Well, the other one will be Shingeki no Kyojin, but that one did have an official translation. Just that it was in English and I watch it in Spanish, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, you know. The character that popularized the yandere trope. Can you believe that? It already existed before. Yuno skyrocketed. I don't think it's that popular nowadays though, right? The yandere trope. It was popular some years ago, but I don't think it is any longer popular. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But I don't think it is. Fuck this Pelgar as well. What the fuck am I supposed to do? At some point you really cannot charge. Because depending on the angle this bitch falls, if you're going this slow, she's gonna get you. It really depends on the angle though. Both the angle she is and your position. Oh, I remember another example. Zero no Tsukaima. I see people calling it Zero's Familiar or something like that. Yeah. I guess if I watch them in English, I will also be calling them that way, but since I watch it with Spanish fan dubs, no, fan subs, not dubs, fan subs, they were basically the most rudimentary thing you could think of. So obviously a lot of the Japanese things were kept intact because this wasn't made by localizer, this was made by fans that knew Japanese. So differently from localizers, they usually kept things in Japanese if it's possible. And that obviously includes the title of the series. I'm not sure how that didn't hit me, but I'm glad. Yeah, the problem is here. Like that last one, I just don't know what to do. This is a pain in the ass though. I'm gonna leave this for later. It really is a pain in the ass. Oh, you're supposed to take a picture when she's about to shoot all this shit. Question is, when do those butterflies... Oh, they get shot when the laser appears. Okay, gotcha. I don't know what that means, but sure, why not? Ouch. It's an issue dealing with all the butterflies, because if you leave some butterflies alive, there is not much that you can do. I guess leaving the ones on top alive might not be that bad of an idea, probably. The problem is that paying attention to the butterfly makes it almost impossible to actually take a picture of Yuyuko. Nichi show? Oh, I didn't watch that. I remember the name, but I don't even know what it is. Well, I don't remember what it is, because at some point I'm pretty sure I knew. But yeah. Alright, maybe it's a better idea to take a picture of the butterflies when they are already flying at you instead of before that. So the butterflies are not the only thing that speed up, the other bullets as well. I'm not really sure if the blue bullets speed up. No, they don't. They are the same speed as always. The problem is that I think the butterflies don't naturally disappear by themselves. So, like, if you leave them unchecked, they are gonna become so many that it's gonna become almost impossible to dodge them, right? No, I mean, I will assume they delete themselves. I don't know. Could be anything. Well, then again, once they get released like that, that's their way of deleting themselves. So yeah. Try to move to the left, but I think that what's killing me the most here are the lasers rather than the butterflies. And the lasers don't really stay there for that long, so I think it might be a good idea to just stay... Wait, no, some of those bubbles are faster. Maybe that's something that happens only when you take more pictures. Yeah, but they are definitely faster. Nice. Barely got that one. Alright, at least we're done with Yuyuko. This spell, I'm gonna come back to it later, but it's an absolute pain in the ass. So I'm assuming here 18 and Kaguya appear, right? Indeed, yeah, there is 18. Fight is one of those fights that I never really remember very well. For the simple reason that most of the times, well, just like most people, I fight against Kaguya. Since not only it's easier, but also it gives you the good ending, you know. Yeah, 18 has some fucked up patterns. Well, it's not like Kaguya is very easy, but you know. So this is a fucked up spell. Well, spell, it's a non-spell, but like, you're supposed to stay all the way down here. Well, no, that's the thing, you're supposed to approach. But approaching with this much shit, you're supposed to take empty pictures to be able to approach. Because otherwise, well, but those things approach so fast that I think that taking an empty picture wouldn't really solve anything. You know? Jeez. This shit's hard. The most mind-blowing thing is that it asks for Sid's pictures. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, I think. For a pattern like this, Sid's pictures, you gotta be out of your mind. Yeah, I don't feel like doing this one now. Here we have Kaguya. At least Kaguya opens up with a spell. A very similar pattern at the end of the day. Basically a lot of bullets, very high bullet density that doesn't allow you to approach. Even though the patterns look quite different, the idea is pretty much the same. Just keep away, you know, making it hard to approach. The difference is that at least the hitboxes of these bullets are way easier to understand. Since they are a dot, that's pretty much the hitbox of the bullet, you know. Like the sprite almost fully matches with the hitbox. The issue though is that it's very hard to follow them. And that's a lot of text. Okay, give me a second. I don't know about that. That seems like fan fiction if you ask me. I don't know if that's taken for the wiki or not, but yeah, that's fan fiction. You're reading remove lines? What you mean remove lines? You mean removed by the admins? Well, they did a good show because that's big fan fiction right there. That's pretty much the definition of fan fiction. So yeah, good show. You know, I guess I really dislike moderators in general, but something that I got to respect about Touhou Wiki admins is that at least all this fanfiction garbage that some people like to put there, they remove them inside, which is beautiful. Well, there are still some lines out there that are probably pure fan fiction, but you know, at at least when they find one, they rightfully delete it. Yeah. There are many examples like that, where people just do their armchair psychologist analysis about a series that are written by a drunkard old man. So you know, you end up getting a lot of fan fiction that way. Well, at the same time, there are some things, especially when it comes to direct translations, where some of the translators from the wiki take some liberties, because instead of a translation, they do more of an interpretation, which is fine, but I feel like in a series like Touhou, where many things are absolutely nonsensical, I don't think you should worry about interpreting what this drunkard guy tried to say, you know. Like, just keep the literal intent, and it's probably gonna make the same amount of sense, you know. At least this spell is easy, all things considered. I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Seems like the best way to deal with this is by getting rid of the butterflies as soon as they appear, like that. You got, well, you don't really get enough time to charge the next one before the butterflies fire. That's the issue. So you will need to dodge a barrage of butterflies no matter what you do. So I guess it's not that good of a strategy. That's okay. As long as you can dodge at least one. The problem is that the butterflies don't really seem to follow any pattern, because or maybe they do. Wait, because at first I thought they would be aimed. They are clearly not aimed, but they are not aimed at you. What I'm trying to say is that they are maybe purposely non-aim at you, right? What I mean by that is that the gap between the rows, that's what's aimed at you. So if you don't move, it's not gonna hit you. Well, that's useful information. Problem is that you still need to deal with the rice bullets. Remove mentions of Ramus' armpit. Sounds about right. I'm assuming that line was also removed, right? Because Kanako is a goddess. Yes. And I don't understand why so many people are so obsessed with having their fanfiction in the wiki. Like, hey, if you have a fanfiction, hey, that's pretty cool. But you know that there are sites that are appropriate for that, that are not specifically the fucking wiki, you know? It's like the people that, you know, they can't stop themselves at mentioning, like, I don't know, or it's a chat about games and they start mentioning politics. Like, dude, this is a Minecraft forum. Why the fuck are you bringing this shit up? Go to, you know, the appropriate page for that. Whatever that appropriate page is, I don't know, since I don't care. But you know, I'm pretty sure Google cares. Not like he has any other option, you know. So yeah. This was removed, but apparently Sega Touhou did happen. Rainbow was in some game called Initial D Arcade Stage 0. I kinda doubt it. Mostly because... why would she be there? And more importantly, why will you see Initial D as a Sega property? I mean, sure, the arcade games run on Sega's hardware, but that's like saying that, I don't know, that Celeste is Valve because it released on Steam, you know. Oof, nice. It wasn't hard, but it took a little bit more than it should have. 73 pictures. Celeste 2 is by Valve. That will be nice. Oh, alright. That's how you say hello, Kaguya? What is your problem? Is this one of those days, Kaguya? Why are you being so aggressive? Well, judging by the color, it might be one of those days. I'm just kidding. Well, then again, I'm pretty sure Kaguya cannot have one of those days, you know. Like, I think that by definition she will be unable to. Problem is that you have to move left and right while there are some very slow ass lasers keeping you out. just it's a matter of identifying the lasers that are gonna wall you fast enough. Damn it. Well, I identified the lasers there, but it's not like I could have done much. You know? Damn it. It also seems like the hitbox of these lasers is very restrictive. At least you can completely negate one of those shots by just charging the photo a little bit beforehand. Damn. As you can see, I actually got hit there, but I got hit after I took the picture, so I got iframes. That would have been a double KO if that wasn't the case. Ramus Pink palette in Hopeless Masquerade resembles Touhou. I mean, in the fighting games, most of the alternative palettes, and not just in Touhou fighting games, in most fighting games, alternative colors usually represent characters from other franchises. One example that comes to my mind is in Blaze Blue. There is this character called Bang that is a ninja, and in one of the color palettes he has is supposed to resemble Strider Hiryu. You know, that game made by Capcom. Well, the main character called Strider Hiryu. Well, that's the exact same color palette. And he's also a ninja, so... Yeah, that happens in fighting games all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure that... like in Touhou, there might be, in the Touhou fighting games, I mean, there might be some Umineko references as well, some things like that, you know. But yeah, that's common. I mean, it's pretty much the way of the developers to pay homage to another franchise they like in a legal way, because obviously they wouldn't be allowed to have those characters in the game, so by doing that at least they can, you know, have something similar. I have no idea how to beat this spell. It seems like the bullets keep bouncing for a very long ass time. In fact, do they bounce forever? I mean, I wouldn't believe that, but they do seem like they don't stop ever bouncing, right? But that wouldn't make any sense, because if that was the case, the screen would be filled with bullets very quickly, and it's not. Well, filled with bullets, I mean literally. I gotta assume there is a limit, like at one point they might disappear, but I'm not sure when. Because all I see is them bouncing. I almost got that one. And if I had gotten that one, I probably would have won. It's okay. I'm gonna try to... I mean, it might not be the best idea, but I'm gonna try to take pictures as fast as possible. Even though the strategy is mostly taking picture when these things overlap. Maybe... oh shit. You got serious now, but not serious enough. Nice. Got him. Oh, and this is one that I remember very well. This is a spell card that I remember well because it also appears in double spoiler. Just that it doesn't appear with Kaguya shooting it, instead is Satori the one that summons this spell, because she's reading your memories. It reads your memories of this game. Ah, fuck. Wait, oh, there were still 2 more anyways. Also, hey, Sick, how is it going? There were 2 photos remaining, so I wouldn't have gotten it. Remo is often referred as... Yeah, that is the case. But that's something that should be on a Fanon page, not in the trivia or anything like that. But yeah, that is correct. There is quite some people using that nickname, I guess. Well, that's because, you know, English, a lot of English speaking people cannot fathom the idea of a language making sense to pronounce. So when they see Reimu, like written properly, they are like, wait, how do you pronounce this? Because they can't fathom the idea that a pronunciation makes sense, so instead they need to translate it to terms they know, like Rei and Mu, right? They know those, so yeah. But it's okay. It's the way it is. I will assume that French people do the same thing, since their language sucks to pronounce just as much. Well, probably even worse than English, but yeah. She starts bringing the blue bullets, it becomes a problem. I'm pretty sure though that I should sneak a picture when I'm relatively close. And then the last one I probably shouldn't risk myself, and I probably should go to the bottom. And once I'm on the bottom, try to get a long shot. It might be hard because she's pretty far. I mean, she's not all the way up the screen, but it's almost as if she was. Oh, come on. Pretty well to me to think that, you know, the background that you're seeing right now is supposed to be the lunar capital, which is where Kaguya comes from. Keep in mind that Touhou 8 came out, I think, in 2004. It's crazy to me that basically almost, well, actually more than 10 years later, they actually go to the lunar capital. You know, in Touhou 15. That's crazy. It's one thing that they basically have been holding, well, soon has been holding off for quite some time. They do visit the moon in one of the mangas, but I'm pretty sure that in one of the mangas they don't visit the lunar capital specifically. Just like they visit just a random spot in the moon. Well, at least I'm assuming this is supposed to be the lunar capital. Like this thing that is in Kaguya's background. I mean, what else could it be otherwise? Well, I guess it could be many other things, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the lunar capital. Well, actually, see, here's the thing. If that was the lunar capital, why is the moon behind? Unless that's the Earth, which could be. I mean, well, problem is that it's not very detailed. It could be the Earth. But yeah, if it's the moon, it wouldn't make much sense that it will be the lunar capital. It will be a little bit nonsensical. So yeah, now I'm actually not sure. But whatever it is, it's still pretty interesting that a plot point that was abandoned for 10 years eventually came back. It's a shame he didn't do much more with that, but you know. What the hell is that line? Why would someone bother writing that line? Like, that's not just fan fiction. That's something that doesn't make any fucking sense. You might as well write about how the shadows in your wall are talking to you. And that's the reason why Raim wears red clothing. You know? I as well do that. Yeah. Some of the people that edit the wikis are... Well, then again, you have to ask yourself, what's the kind of person that will bother editing a wiki? It's kind of like the same question that you ask yourself when you are like, who will want to be a Twitch moderator, right? And then you understand that the kind of people that are interested in doing things like that are probably, you know, not in their right mind. Because, you know, their reasons are not those of a sane person. Obviously, there can be people that just really want to collaborate with the community, but I'm pretty sure that's not the majority. Damn it, I'm moving too fast. Seems that this spell might be as hard as I remember it. Because I remember this being hard. And at the beginning I thought it wasn't that hard because of how fast I got to the blue pattern, but it wouldn't be that hard if there was only one picture for the blue pattern, but there is two. That's what makes it hard. If this was just 6 pictures, this will be quite easy, but 7 is kind of an issue. Yeah, no thanks. Hey Draynor, how is it going? I'm here getting murdered by some very mean patterns. But that's okay. Like this one, what the hell is this pattern? Literally corners just like that. That's how it's gonna be. Assuming you're supposed to... Oh, they also bounce. Well, that's pretty cool. Suffering again. Yes, suffering again. Because these patterns are just something else. Well, then again, I knew what I was getting into, so I only have myself to blame. That was close. And she makes it faster. Oh, that was so fucked up. That fucking green bullet didn't disappear like it was supposed to. What an asshole. Why didn't it disappear? Maybe because the scope became too little, too small. Probably. Fake picture. Damn it. Does this game only have one difficulty? Yes, or rather it has no difficulty. Every pattern is, you know, a standalone pattern. So yes, patterns are unique. They only have one version. But, you know, you could say that the difficulty is basically the level, like, you know, this is level 9, so it's obviously gonna be hard. But, you know. And we're done. Nice. This one wasn't that hard. Rinosuke makes Reimu's clothing, yes, that is correct. As well as crafting the mini Hakero for Marisa. That's an interesting line. I think I also remember this spell card and also remember it being a pain in the ass. The movement of the bullets is quite unpredictable. You can see that most of the times it's just like a left-right wiggle. But I don't think it's that perfect. Or that consistent, rather. That should be enough. Okay, never mind, that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. Alright. These two are the ones remaining on this level, and there was a run one there. I'm gonna revisit them later, when I feel like doing them. Wonder why they removed the Rinosuke part. Because he did it once. It's probably because the line implies that he always tailors Reimu's clothing, but he fits it once. That's pretty much... well, that's probably the reason, I don't know. So here we got Komachi, so we actually get this first. I thought we got this after the extra bosses, but we actually get it here. That's interesting. So the extra is actually an extra, because here you basically fight the quote-unquote final enemy. Which is pretty cool, by the way. But yes, as you will expect, is Komachi and someone else. You probably already know who that someone else is. But yeah, these patterns are also no pushover. I should charge faster. When she delivers that final wave, that's when I should start charging. The problem is that I'm taking too long. Not like it's very easy to time it, you know? The problem is that also if you stop like that, you're gonna get rich by what you're trying to avoid. I guess I could dodge. Well, the issue is that you pretty much cannot dodge two of those if there are already bullets on the screen like this. Well, I guess you can, but it's not what I'm pretty sure you're intended to do. You can do that. Oh, she has something else. Yeah. Okay, so there you have to dodge from the bottom. This is not that hard. I don't know about what comes afterwards, because I don't remember. Okay, what's your last pattern? Oh, bullet spam. My favorite. Tim, you're so far. Nice. Barely got it. Holy shit. Alright. That was interesting. So yes, as you will expect, Shikieki is the other boss here. don't know if that was the best idea, because she doesn't seem to have that much of a delay between patterns here. That wave there pretty much reminds me a lot of Shunko. Like very random and very restricted. So many remove lines, so Reimu's armpits, of course. There is some unhealthy obsession about it. Really is gonna be an issue. Because even taking empty photos doesn't help this. Because you take a photo there and not only the bullet density is not enough, but also... well, that's pretty much the issue. The bullet density is not enough to give you enough charge for the next pattern. So you're basically in an endless cycle of empty pictures instead of being able to scoop a picture from her. I think it's mostly getting lucky here more than anything else. Like getting lucky that that pattern is easy to dodge. Because there is a gigantic amount of RNG there. Oh. Hope you're ready for the roulette. Because this is the roulette. Don't miss that. I mean, the first two, maybe three patterns are relatively easy to dodge, even with the RNG. The issue is that from this one, you need to start getting lucky. Because otherwise I don't think you're dodging it by yourself. The problem is that you need to get lucky 3 times in a row. I see, for example, that one, I can't react to that. Some people can, so if you're actually a better player, the RNG here shouldn't be an issue. But yeah, if your reactions are like mine, that one is very impossible to dodge unless you get good RNG. That's the issue. Seems like this is also another one of the cards that are better left for later, because it really will seem like a pain in the ass to get it now. Way too much randomness to this. Oh, I remember this one. Wasn't this one of the last ones I got? I think I remember that this was probably one of the last spell cards I was able to capture. And you can probably imagine why. Basically follows you with those lasers, but at the same time running around is very hard because she's restricting you with the coins. So this spell is an absolute clusterfuck to capture. Problem is that it's also very hard to charge because of the coins. The coins are the biggest issue here. They basically slow everything down, and you need 6 pictures, by the way. So that's a very interesting amount, if you ask me, for a spell card like this one. Reimu's Shrine is often visited by Rinosuke, second Marisa, then Yukari? Definitely not. In fact, I don't think Rinosuke really leaves his shop that much. Marisa is probably the one that visits Reimu the most. And Yukari, I guess, she sometimes appears out of nowhere. It's kind of like her thing. I don't remember how I did this one, dude. I have no memories of... I mean, I have memories of me clearing this, but I don't have the memories of how. You know. I guess I will leave that one for later as well. Problem is that I don't want to leave that many patterns for later, you know. This one, for what I understand, the main difficulty is that... Oh, never mind. No, this is one of those spells that changes once you get a specific amount of pictures, I'm pretty sure. The RNG is also crazy on that one. I'm pretty sure that after the third one she has a completely different pattern. Problem is that getting through this one is hard. But yeah, I think that it's like that. I mean, usually patterns that have 10 pictures like this are that sort of patterns. Well, that sort of cards that have multiple patterns in them. Yeah, this is extremely random. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that line is deleted because of the 4 years thingy. I don't know what fan fiction they came up with there, but yeah, what 4 years? Oh, actually, she still uses this pattern. Well, variations of this pattern, but... I thought she didn't. But that third one is clearly, well, so far the hardest one. It's the way Like, it's RNG. The other ones, you're just supposed to move slightly to the side, but this one is pure randomness. These ones are aim, the classic, right? Just move very slowly to the side and you're done with it, but yeah. The other ones, not so much. It's insane. Sometimes I really wonder the amount of alcohol that Sun has in his body to not think that that third pattern is clearly harder than the rest. You know? Like, clearly harder than the two that come afterwards, at least. And I'm pretty sure harder than the ones that come after those as well. But that third one is just pure RNG. There's nothing else to it. And the fact that it's RNG wouldn't be an issue. It wasn't for the fact that the hitbox of these things is very big. They are very big. So it's not like you have too much room to dodge. If you get unlucky that a lot of those are next to each other, you're most likely dead. Like, for example, there. Unless you knew those lasers were gonna be there, you can't dodge that. It's not possible. After this, she starts using lasers. Problem is that those lasers, well, since they are lasers, they are quite fast. So that's like an issue. I'm very curious to see what else this pattern has, because I don't know what it has. I don't remember. There is one pattern that I remember from this level. That is the last one. It's very easy to remember. I just want to see what's past the fifth photo. Like, what comes after those lasers? Because it's not like you can do much after the lasers. That line seems true. Yeah, I know. I guess it depends on where it was. Maybe it wasn't appropriate putting it where it was. Jesus Christ, dude. Fuck, I don't want to skip this many spells, but these are just a problem. I remember there being something weird about this spell card, and I don't remember what. Or was it really just a spell card about bullet spam? Like, there is something that I remember from this spell card that wasn't right, but it seems very normal to me right now. Maybe it becomes a problem later. It's not like it's super easy now, but I mean that I just remember something very weird about this one. Or I might be confusing it with another one. The remove reason is Reimu's shrine is filled with yokai every day. Well, I mean, that is true. It's just that it's not really a reason to remove the statement. It's whatever. Oh, come on! Can you stop shoving 2 bullets? These are not even hard to dodge. Holy fuck, okay. I'll take that one. I'll definitely take that one. This is the pattern that she uses for Phantasmagoria Flower View. It's just that now she decides to add some bubble bullets. Interestingly enough, the bubble bullets are what's the issue here, like the hard thing to dodge. Mostly because of the overlap. Holy overlap. At least the laser doesn't seem to be a problem at all. But still. With that overlap, sometimes it's hard to see what's the gap you can go through. It's also interesting that, well, it makes sense, but when the red and blue bullets overlap, they form purple, which also makes it quite hard to see. There are only 2 Touhou games in existence where Reimu isn't a character. Where Reimu isn't a character. That's some very bad wording. Where Reimu doesn't appear will make more sense. Problem is that that's also not true because there is double spoiler. Oh, never mind, double spoiler, she appears. Okay, it means that she doesn't appear at all, not choose as playable. Well, in that case, well, that will also be... let me think. Games where Reimu doesn't appear. I mean, well, Shoot the Bullet and Great Fairy Wars are clearly the case, yes. Aside from those... Aside from those... Actually, I think he's right. It's just that the wording is incredibly shitty. That she's not a character is, you know, a weird thing to say. It's more that she doesn't appear. And yes, I think that will be correct. Shoot the Bullet and Great Fairy Wars are the only ones, right? Because she appears in every other one. Even if it's not as playable, she appears as an enemy. So that will be correct, I think. I'm really trying to think of an exception, but I think that is actually correct. Yeah, I think it is. I guess not much to do there. I still can't believe Drakengard is a real game. What was Hey, I know that I already asked that question 1,000 times, but can you refresh my memory on what Drakengard was? Because I don't remember. Oh, the prequel to Nier. I mean... Nier Automata got quite some big-ass following. Special emphasis on ass. But yeah, the thing is that it was the thing that made the most sense to make another game out of it. It was the clear way to do it. Sanae Kochisha is Reimu's rival. Yeah, no. She could be Reimu's religious rival, but I don't see why that's worth pointing out. Because if you're gonna point Sanae being a religious rival, you will have to point Kanako, Suwako, Byakuren, the whole Byakuren crew, Miko and the whole Miko crew. So yeah, that doesn't make much sense to mention it. Nier Automata is amazing, but Drakengard is the worst game I played and the story is the most stone shit. Wait, I don't understand. Why are you complaining about the story being stone when you played Automata? You're trying to say that Automata's story makes sense? I mean... I don't know what Drakengard's story is, but I mean... If your complaint is that it's too stone... Hey, did we play the same game? Cause Automata, you know, doesn't really make that much sense. Unless you're Yoko Taro, I guess. It's even worse. Maybe. I mean, it's like one of those things. Well, I guess it is a fair point, yes. That is a fair point, because that's also a complaint that I have with Stone Ocean Shoujo Part 6, basically. Shoujo, since Part 2 is basically a series that really follows the title very well. It's bizarre to a point where it almost doesn't make any absolute sense. So, if you reach Part 6, you're already used to that, but I feel like in Part 6 it really goes overboard. Even for the shoujo standards. So yeah. I guess I can understand that complaint, because I also have a similar one. Yeah, you know, it's the way it is. But that's the reason why you should never trust a writer that, you know, cannot write well, you know. Or, I guess I should say a Japanese writer. Shouldn't trust them. They usually never deliver, ever, 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 ever. Just in case it wasn't clear. But yeah, don't pay too much mind to it. Maybe I'm too dumb. Well, I mean, that's what fanboys will say. Same with Neon Genesis Evangelion, you know. Same with all these series that throw random shit at the wall, and it's up to the viewers to make sense of it. And at the end of the day, what you have left is a bunch of headcanon. Well, headcanon / fan fiction that they think is correct, but in reality it's just the fact that that's what their minds came up with. It's not that the writer came up with. Maybe the story will make sense with when the edibles kick in. Maybe. Sega. But yeah, that's the thing with a lot of these stories, where the writer just says whatever, and it's up to you to try to make sense of what the writer put there. Some people think it makes sense because they are trying to make sense of it, in the sense that it's kind of like, I don't know what's the term for this, but you know when you are so in love with someone that you are willing to completely ignore all their flaws, right? Like you're so obsessed with a person that even if people tell you, hey, this guy is, I don't know, is a scammer, you know, you are so obsessed that you don't care or you ignore it. Well, this is the same concept. Some people are way too in love with franchises, characters, or whatever, that they are willing to excuse bad writing, like making sense of things that don't make any sense in their head, right? Because they don't want to admit that the writing is just bad. But you know, who gives a shit, right? Miku has killed 12 people. Yeah, out of nosebleeds. Oh. But yeah, the thing is that it's the way it is, you know. Usually don't like to engage with such people because every conversation devolves into the same shit, you know. Basically calling you, well, at first they start throwing headcanon, right? Like as it was something that was confirmed by the story, when in reality it's just your personal interpretation. And then maybe at some point they will start calling you dumb. You're not smart enough to understand the story, so I already know that, what's gonna happen with those type of people, so the best thing you can do is to just ignore them. But yeah. It's okay though. I thought this was gonna be easier, but this looks like a hard spell, honestly. I think I remember this one. This is a little bit of a brain fuck. It's not a hard one. In fact, yeah, this is pretty much what you're intended to do. Problem is that she starts shooting that shit and also following you, I think. Yeah, never mind, it's not that much of a brain fuck as much as it is hard to avoid the shit she aims at you. Because the pattern itself, as you can see, is very straightforward. But yeah, those gold coins there are a problem, especially, yeah, because she follows you. That's the real issue here. Wear something inside her shirt. Doesn't she wear like white bands or something? Because I'm pretty sure that lingerie wasn't invented or something like that. Oh, at some point they start shooting like the coins that are following me right now. At some point they also start shooting more coins. That's messed up. Oh, I don't know how I dodged that. Raymond Christ. No, I don't know. I don't remember all of the dialogue from that game, so I wouldn't know. At least it's only 6. They remove that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's a shit post. Nice. Pretty cool. I gotta say that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny because it's one of those shitposts that you don't realize it's a shitpost until you reach the end of the sentence. That's what makes it funny. It's the surprise factor. Good shit. You know, maybe the best idea is to start from up here, because I think that I'm gonna have more room to move. The problem is that I will be dodging, well, not like the gold is fast enough to really be a problem, but I think doing that might be a better idea. It's gonna give me more time, well, more room to run away. At the same time though, well, let's find out. She got very close. Yeah, I guess that can be a problem. But the problem is that, well, I guess it really doesn't matter which side I am on here. Because she will still push you to a wall regardless. So Touhou has not appeared in any of the covers of the Windows games. What do you mean by cover? You mean the CD cover? I mean, if you mean the CD cover, that, well, I'm not sure because it's not like I remember every single CD cover, you know. But most CD covers are usually bosses from the game. Ah, I almost got it. Fuck. And most CD covers are bosses from the game, not the playable characters, so I can see that being true, but I'm not sure. Damn it. Fuck, dude. The problem is the fast movement here. Being fast means that taking position over these spinning coins is very hard. It wouldn't be so hard if they didn't disappear, but they do. That's what makes it a problem. That's a very dumb line. Damn it, dude. How do I do this? I mean, I was close to doing it, but just that it seems very, very hard to do. I guess instead of trying to approach her diagonally, I should try to lure her down first, and then lure her to the sides. The problem is that those coins that are being shot by the coins, those are a problem. Yeah, maybe the issue is going... Maybe I could do the opposite. Like, instead of going down and then to the side, I could go to the side and then down. I guess it's gonna be hard to get used to it. Wait, this doesn't change anything. I will still... No, never mind, that's not gonna work. I will still go down and to the side there. Yes, there is a mother fun game. Well, I think there are multiple ones at the... I never really care for them because I never really played Mother, but... maybe they are cool. Fuck, dude. I really want to clear this one just for the fact that I was less than a second away from clearing it. If it wasn't like that, I probably would have given up already. I was 1 fucking second away. Less than that. Nice. Ooh. I'm saving this one. Ooh, that was close. That's another shitpost blue. And speaking of shitpost, this is a very unique scene, and the only one that changes the music. Instead of retrospective Kyoto, you get this, because she makes you fight yourself. This is also a very long spell card, so you know, well, long and also not easy at all. As you can see, it's 9 pictures and she has a lot of different patterns. But yeah, basically you fight yourself because like Shikieki is making you reflect on your sins or whatever. Ah, what a bitch. Wow, that was lucky, holy shit. Problem is that when she comes at you like that, that's kind of an issue. I guess you're supposed to take the picture right there. Yeah, like right there. Most likely. And then she repeats. You couldn't charge fast enough. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she changes a pattern later. Do I feel my sins? No, these are not my sins. These are Aya's sins. Come on, dude. How did that arrowhead hit you? Are you stupid? That one was to be expected. Bad dodge. Still got it. Wait, how was that fail? Excuse me? how the hell was that failed? Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, this shit. Fuck. Now this one is gonna take a long time. I'm gonna leave it for later. But here is the extra one. Oh, and then, okay, so we, as expected, Sun was lazy enough to leave this one. There is a set of levels that doesn't actually exist, which is this one. As I said yesterday, that was supposed to release later, but never did. Whatever. So here we have the extra bosses, surprisingly with this song. I thought it didn't have this song, but I guess it does. But yeah, here we basically fight Flandre, Yukari, Moko, and who else? And I mentioned her before. What was the other one? I mentioned you. How did I forget? What's the other boss? Damn it, dude, I mentioned that character. Who the fuck was it? Damn it, dude. Completely forgot. Oh, Suika, yeah, there you go. That was the character. Pretty sure this is not the intended way of dodging this, but I know how else you do it. The thing is that you can dodge those side waves, but I don't think that's the idea. Or maybe it is, I don't know. The point is that you have such a small gap to do so that... And I'm pretty sure that the gap gets smaller every single time. Not just... Yeah, maybe not smaller, but those waves get more frequent. Quite frequent. Damn it, dude. This one doesn't seem like a pushover. And it seems that dodging it from the side is the best thing to do, because that's the furthest that you're gonna be. You probably want to do it next to her, but you can also erase the waves she summons. Like something like this seems like the most reasonable choice. But at the same time, since you don't recharge that fast, I feel like at some point you become delayed, right? So like she shoots faster than you can clear. I tried to hurry it there. It's insane how fucked up the waves become. I'm surprised that the waves become that fucked up during the 4th picture instead of the 5th one. Because that seems like it will be a wave spam that will be worthy of the very final picture, not the second to last one. That just seems crazy. I got so fucking close. But at the same time, I will say that I got very lucky there. Yeah, I think it's... You need to get quite lucky that the intersection won't kill you, I feel. I also feel that I should probably wait for the first one to have better charge, probably. Like, instead of taking the picture here, I feel like I should dodge this one. And though dodging that one is not easy. I mean, it should be easier if I do it from below, but... Yeah, something like that. That way you get way more bullets involved, and you can take a picture as soon as she starts shooting. And you can see that you will probably still get delayed. Like, as you can see, she does it faster than you can recharge. But I think not as fast. Well, actually, I'm not really sure. There might not be that big of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, no, there is not that big of a difference. Might as well just take a picture at the very beginning. But yeah, this one is hard to do. I wish it was possible to dodge it from down here, but as you can see, there's barely any room to do that there, so you have to do it from the side. Problem is that this is another one of those that I was less than 1 second away. I really want to do it, but it's gonna be extremely hard. Nice. Oh, come on! No. That was pretty much a double KO. I mean, it wasn't literally a double KO, but I was able to pull the trigger. It's just that the photo didn't finish. But that was like... That's the best attempt you can get outside of actually clearing it, you know? They said it is from 2005 and seems to be the first removed line of text. Was it really necessary to go that back? Like, come on, dude. I wonder how many hours you spent scrolling through all that shit. Now I cannot even dodge the easy ones. Come on. Focus. Deeper connection. Not sure about that. This won't really test how fast you can pull the trigger on the camera. Damn it. Oh, come on! Oh, to be honest, this one is just hard. Like, there isn't much to do here other than, you know, dealing with it. This one I cannot even say anything about it. It's just a hard one. the intersection between bullets can be a problem. I don't want to say replay, damn it. Don't tilt. Okay, over this Pelka I shouldn't tilt. This one is just hard. It was one of those that it's just dumb randomness or something like that, but this one is just hard, you know. There's nothing to be upset about here. I mean, I could be upset at myself, I guess. I feel like the red ones are a lot easier to dodge because they blend with the background. They don't seem to be more close together than the blue ones, but they feel as if they were, just because of the background contrast, right? A little bit more to the right and I would have gotten it. God damn it. Just a little bit more to the right. Nice. Whew. Well, that's the first extra one. It already opens up very nicely, as you can see, the level ends. Let's go, yes, let's go. Oh, they actually throw... I thought they alternated between one and the other, but they actually throw you both... Like, they throw you two spells of the same boss, one after the other. I thought they did 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but no, they do 1, 1, 2, 2, and etc. It's okay. This one is messed up because shooting the clocks is not gonna make them disappear. Yes, I think those are supposed to be clocks. But yeah. I think that not even the blue ones disappear, right? Probably not. And the blue ones stay on the screen for quite a long time. But I think the worst part about this spell is that the hitbox of these clocks is exaggerated. Because I'm pretty sure that in the actual spell this is based on from EOSD, the hitbox of the lasers is a lot smaller. But here, if you just hit the sprite of the laser, you're dead. I'm pretty sure it was way more permissive in EOSD. Cry about it, right? Another problem is that when you take a picture to the clocks, since their lasers like retract for a little bit of time, sometimes it's hard to see where they are gonna reappear. Blue ones, okay, the blue ones don't disappear. Like, I mean, they get off the screen, but it's not like the red ones that they disappear when the middle part is off the screen. Those keep going. They just keep going until they are fully out of screen. Well, honestly, the red ones behave similarly. Just that the blue ones are bigger. Well, not bigger, but they are more dominant because they spin. Well, they have 2 spinning crosses instead of 1. Oh, that was the last one? Okay. I thought there was another one. Alright. I guess I'll take it if you don't mind. What else do you have for me? So this is Yukari. You know that I remember Yukari's spells from Impossible Spell Card, but I don't remember them from this game. I don't remember what bullshit she had here. But in Impossible Spell Card, I remember them so well because I tried so hard to get those, and I eventually did. These ones, I don't remember them, so the fact that I don't remember them makes me think that maybe they are not that hard. But maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. Probably not. Those lasers are hard to follow because of the 2 lines spinning at the same time. Damn it. So this is the first time that you see Yukari using this alternative outfit. That is supposed to be a casual outfit, you know. Instead of her usual purple dress, she uses a blue one here. Well, it's still purple actually, but it's blue in the parts that is normally red. That's what I meant to say. At least this is only, well, quote unquote, only 5 pictures. Even though the game tells me to do it at the end of her non-laser pattern, I think the best idea is to do it when she's gonna do that fucked up laser pattern instead. This one does look quite hard though. And I don't even know what other patterns she has afterwards. Like it's one of those that until you reach the final picture you won't see the whole thing, so fuck you is what I'm trying to say. So she also has Border of Wave and Particle, huh? What a lovely spell card. Truly a lovely spell card. Well, there isn't really that much. There isn't really a gimmick behind this spell card, you know. The gimmick is choose dodge. Well, to be more precise, the gimmick is that there is a wave that when it spins fast enough, it turns into small particles. The strategy to dodge it though is just dodge it. That's it. It's a pretty cool spell card though. I like spell cards whose only gimmick is dodge these fast bullets and that's it. That's pretty much what the case here is. Very fast bullets that you only dodge by dodging. And that's it. I think the spell card becomes more dense the more pictures you take, probably. But I'm not sure. I mean, it's already quite dense at the beginning, as you can see. But yeah, this is definitely doable. There is no doubt. I probably need to look at my character a little bit more. It's just that this is the sort of spell card that you really want to look at what's about to come. Because if you don't, following spell cards like this is very hard for your eye. Like, you really want to not look at your character for spell cards like this. You want to look slightly above it. Wow, that was really an empty picture. Oh, I had to do that there. But I'm pretty sure that you can actually clear this spell before it gets to that point. Before it gets to the point where the pattern pretty much repeats itself. I'm pretty sure you can clear it. Like, if I hadn't gotten the empty photos, I would have gotten it. Probably. Yeah, it's a cool spell. It comes back in Subterranean Animism by Satori's hand. I'm saving it just because I have enough slots to save it, not because it was anything out of the ordinary. Here we have Moko with 10 photos. Alright, I understand you're immortal, but you know that I'm not, so probably gonna die before I reach those 10 photos. I mean die of old age, that is. Die of old age, not of getting hit by a bullet. Though the pattern seems very straightforward, you know. I guess as long as you don't get too close, it's not that big of a deal. But I think these ones probably get longer the more photos you get, to the point where they are probably gonna overlap a lot between each other, and it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to get it. That's most likely the case. But, you know, that's okay. Oh, damn it. It's still a little bit evil, though, those 10 pictures that you want me to take. I think it's more of a test of patience than anything else, because the pattern doesn't really seem hard. The fact that you have to take 10 pictures really makes you want to risk, so you can get them as soon as you can. So otherwise it will take some time to get them all. Yeah, that's the issue. At some point they start overlapping. Yeah, no, fuck you, Moko. This one is the one where she chases you. No, that's in... I think that's in Impossible Spellguard. Oh yeah, no, not yet. This one is messed up because the gimmick is that she's very far from you and you're supposed to reach her. with the camera. But at the same time, if you pay attention to the pattern is an aim pattern. So as long as you slowly move to the side, it shouldn't be that hard to deal with it. It's about slowly moving to the side. Problem is that, yeah, the bullet density I think gets a little bit thicker. Probably. Oh, that was an empty photo. Damn it. Notice that there are some times where it's a lot further from you than other times, so I think that the movement RNG here plays a huge role. But I mean, usually movement RNG almost every time it takes a huge role. In almost any pattern. Almost any pattern that has movement, obviously. So otherwise there is no movement and obviously no RNG. But no RNG from the movement at least. Nice, damn, I barely got that. I don't even know how that counted. I took that picture so much from the side that I really don't know how it counted. But hey, I'll take it. And then comes Suika. So yes, this one is annoying because the only time you can take pictures and make them count is when she stops becoming a mist. And because of that it takes a long time, because she... As you can see, she stays as a mist for quite a long ass time. In the meantime, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take pictures to clear the path, but you know, it's not like that makes it much easier. Not to mention that by default, Aya always points at the boss. Here you don't really want to point at the boss that much. I mean, other than for actually taking a valid picture. But otherwise you just want to deal with the other bullets. Maybe you can do something like this to kind of like reduce the... not if you corner yourself. You can kind of reduce her travel time just so you can get more free space. Which doesn't really matter that much because at the end of the day, this shit will get filled with bullets whether you like it or not. At least it tells you when she's gonna abandon the mist form. But yeah, this one is gonna take a while. I can already see this. And this one was Pandemonium, wasn't it? Or whatever it was called. It was basically bullet spam. Well, just like Suika's last spell. Surprised that the extra bosses for some reason have this song instead of either a new song or retrospective Kyoto. But whatever. But it gets quite hard on the last two pictures. But this is definitely easier than the previous spell, that's for sure. Hey Clone Cat, how is it going? This is technically the last spellcar in the game. That doesn't really make it the hardest one though, but it is theoretically the last spellcar in the game. Oh, you know, there is that. Well, technically the last spellcar in the game from like a story perspective will be the one where you fight against an image of yourself. But you know, that one is a little bit long. This one not so much. Oh wow, I survived that. Holy shit. Damn it. But yeah, after that picture, when there is 2 pictures remaining, the bullet spam becomes kind of a problem. I'm kinda disappointed that the UI doesn't disappear, because that's what happened in the original game that this pattern is from. Suika goes so crazy that in the last seconds of the pattern she deletes the UI, which is pretty cool. I wish there were more games that mess with the UI like that. I mean, more Touhou games. But I think that that was one of the only ones where the game messes with the UI as part of a gimmick, you know, and not a bug, obviously. I should replay the fighting games, but they are so shanked. There is so much chunk in those fighting games, and I understand that obviously playing single player, that shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I still, when I remember how you control the characters, it's like my mind immediately tells me not to do it. I think that it might be a good idea to revisit them. Nice! Barely, right at the end. See, I beat the last spellcar in the game, so that means that I beat the game, right? Yeah, especially in Immaterial and Missing Power, I know. But yeah. There are a lot of like challenges, like 1 coin clears that I didn't get in the fighting games. So now I need to play the skip scenes, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, there will actually be one that wouldn't have a replay, right? Oh, never mind. All of them, exactly all of them are gonna get a replay. There are 11 scenes left and 11 replay slots left. I perfectly calculated. See, this was all part of my plan in reality, you know. This was all planned. Now the question is, which one do I go for? All of these ones that I skip are a pain in the ass. There is not a single one here that is not painful. Hey, you want to choose Clone Cat since you're here? Maybe might as well. Because all of them are a pain in the ass for different reasons. But yeah, you basically have 1 scene from level 8, these 2 scenes from level 9, these 5 scenes from level 10. This whole game is pain for me. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. But you know, it's okay. It's a fun game. I don't know, honestly, I feel that like that's the problem. Every time I see a picture of the spellcar there, I remember what's painful about it and I'm like, no thanks. But I think the same thing about all of them. All of the ones that are left, I mean. Maybe this one is the least painful one. Go with Komachi. Well, this one I don't think so, but... Oh wait, that's the... Oh, never mind. That is literally the last Komachi spell card. Oops. So this is a spell that I don't really understand, or well, I understood at some point, but I don't remember anymore how to do this one. Like, I just don't really understand what the game intends me to do here. Like, you are chased by those big ass lasers, so it's pretty clear you're intended to escape very fast. But how the fuck do you escape fast when these fucking coins are harassing you like this? Actually, I think I might have an idea. Give me a second. Yes, I could do that, but I need to be faster than that. That does seem like a good idea. I say faster, not slower. God damn it. But yeah, basically taking a picture straight up and then just going up. But she still shoots the coins way too fast, that's the issue. The game tells you that the best time to take the picture is right as she's about to summon the circle, but I think that's a horrible idea. Well, another problem with this plan that I have is that you're not gonna have enough room to avoid another loop of this shit. That's the issue. Okay, the laser will reach you. So it's kind of an issue. But yeah, I do remember this spell card being an absolute pain in the ass for me. And unfortunately, I don't remember how I got it. I probably still have the replay save somewhere, but this one is just... It's like a contradiction of concepts, right? Like, it's very clear the game wants you to quickly move around, but with all these fucking coins, what do you want me to do? Fucking bitch-ass game. Yeah, I obviously remember that at some point I figured out what the way of doing this one was, but it most likely took me a while to figure it out. Actually, wait a second, you can just do this. Maybe it didn't take me that long. This is the strategy. It takes a shit ton of time, but this is actually the strategy. You should spin like an idiot, that's the strategy. And, well, that took less than I thought. Alright, well, that still doesn't mean that I will clear it. As you can see, the coins get thicker. So it was actually a very simple logic. I don't know why I didn't think... Well, I don't think you can blame me for not thinking about that. Considering that the way the spell is presented, it's kinda telling you, hey, you're supposed to dodge between these coins. Like, it's not like the coins start creeping at you, telling you that you're supposed to avoid them from the side like this. They just get thrown at you like a regular pattern. So, ironically enough, the hard part about this spell is taking the picture. Because dodging is not really hard, but the one time you need to stay in the spot to be able to aim the camera, that's the hard thing to do. Because basically the way this works is, if you're not focusing, Aya is not gonna auto-aim at the boss, but you need to focus. Problem is that if you focus and you shoot at the same time, you charge instead of shooting. So you need to do very quickly, shift first and shoot later. right? Like right there, I think I did both at the same time. So you're supposed to like gallop it. You press shift, you let go, and you immediately press shot. Because otherwise it doesn't work. Because otherwise you're basically aiming at the direction you are moving, which will never be the direction Komachi is in, since you're perfectly avoiding her, right? Also, thanks for the raid, Bravi. How is it going? Don'shin Komachi and her coins. It's a little bit of a problem, but at least I figured out how to do it. Which was harder than probably, you know. Harder than actually dodging it. Also, how is it going, Yannick? I thought that this spell card was harder. It's not really that much harder. Well, it's still challenging. Wait, did I say Bravi? Tim, I thought it said Bravi there for some reason. It says Glimmer Glaze. Why the fuck did I read Bravi? What? Alright, sorry, I need to... I mean, hey, you gotta understand. Look at this pattern. My eyes are getting fried. So, I'm sorry for misreading. I thought you were someone else, my bad. Yeah, how is it going, Glimmer Glaze? Yeah, I thought you were, well, another Touhou player called Bravi. He oftentimes raids me as well, so... But yeah, it's this spell card, the one that is frying my eyes. And my brain cells at the same time. Mostly the later, I will say. Doesn't help that you're supposed to spin like a maniac. It kinda has that hypnotizing effect. It's so hard to focus and shot without charging. Nice, there you go. Whew. Got your ass. Well, there you have your Komachi clone card. Funnily enough, I captured all of Komachi's spell cards and none of Shikieki ones. My ghost so used to Bravi that, yeah, I assume it was him. How is it going, Noveka? Yeah, the worst part is that Bravi's name has nothing to do with Glimmer. Like, they don't even have shared letters. Well, other than I guess, but, you know. 2.5 hours on 8-7. Oh, this is 8-7. Huh. Yeah, I didn't get this one. Can't escape the spin. I mean, I could try it if you want to. But yeah, this is a spell that I didn't do because the issue is that... Well, as you can see, the pattern is that she aims at you. Well, I mean, you will know more than anyone what the problem is, but for other people that might not know, so the problem of this spell is that it's an aim pattern that becomes faster with each picture. As you can see, it's not a problem at all. In the first pictures, you can just charge the camera and then shoot, right? The problem is that on the last picture, she moves fast enough to not let you charge the camera. So when that happens, there's nothing you can do other than, well, getting fucked, I guess. Alright, never mind, we got it. Yeah, I was just lying, it's actually pretty easy. No, never mind. No, I got lucky there. It also it depends a lot on the angle. That's something that I was about to get into, but the problem is that I actually got it. But yes, one thing I was about to say is, if the angle on which she attacks you is of the opposite side that you are moving, she will hit you if you are charging. But if she comes from the side that you are moving from, she won't hit you, even if you're charging. Problem is that that's complete RNG. You can react to it, which is more or less what I did there, but yeah. Well, there you have it. Rub it in. I'm sorry, I didn't expect it to get it that fast. Well, at least we complete level 8. So there are these two, Aiding and Kaguya spell. I will assume this one is the next one I can get. This one is not that hard. Was doing essay again and got a Scuff Lunatic Novum. Damn, another one? Another one. Is that spell actually super tough? Well, you can get lucky. Yeah. I mean, if you get run to come at you from, as I say, the direction you are coming from, even if you're charging, it won't hit you. So yes, you can get lucky in it, if that happens all the time. Kinkakushi is the one that gets name drop. I'm assuming that this is Kinkakushi, right? This one impossible? Of the remaining spells, this is perhaps the easiest one. You know. So I don't know what the internet is saying, but this one is not that tough. It's a matter of getting lucky as well. I mean, RNG is quite important. Golden Ceiling, Kinkakushi, okay. So yeah, this one, it's mostly about getting lucky, but it's not really that rough. Could be worse, I will say. I mean, I don't know what will be considered a hard, or sorry, what I will consider a hard pattern in this game, but this one is definitely not one of them. Like, I will say, well, for the ones that are remaining, Shikieki's second spell, I think, that one feels a lot worse, because if you don't get good RNG, you're gonna get killed on the third picture, and it's a spell card that has like 9 pictures. That one is messed up, because the RNG really dictates if you're gonna survive or not. If I was a little bit more to the right, I would have gotten that. That's a shame. RNG. Hey, it's okay. I can't pronounce that very well, I'm sorry. Well, in my defense, English pronunciation is putrid garbage, so I don't really feel that guilty for mispronouncing English. Not like I'm proud of it, no, but I don't really feel guilty. It's kind of like mispronouncing French, right? Like, it's one of those things where, you know, you are expected to. But yeah. The Milanesa. Yeah. Yeah, there are some things that I mispronounce and I'm like, oh shit, my bad. That kind of mispronunciation though, I don't care, mostly because it's like, it's a mispronunciation, but it's more like, I don't know how to say it. it's like a consonant mispronunciation. I care about vowel mispronunciations. Consonant ones are something that I don't really care. It's like, for example, a nice example that I like giving is the word behavior, right? So the word behavior is pronounced like that, obviously, but you could think that it's pronounced in many other ways. Like, for example, well, wait, give me a second. Like, I don't know, behavior, something like that. That's a vowel mispronunciation. You're mispronouncing a vowel, which makes the whole word be almost impossible to understand. Another thing is if instead of the mispronunciation being like that, if it was something like, I don't know, behavior. No, wait, that was mostly the same. I mean, something like, I don't know, well, I don't know why you will mispronounce it like this, but imagine if I say behavior, right? Yeah, like that's a mispronunciation, but it's a consonant one, so I don't really care that much because it's mostly understandable still. And RNG is one of those, you know, one of those consonant ones, which, considering that English has more consonant than letters, well, it also has more vowels than the ones that the letters show, but still the consonants are very fucked up. Stole the gold once. I'm pretty sure you didn't steal gold from this part of the world. I'm pretty sure that's Mexico, the one that had the gold mines, and probably Peru. I don't remember which one had silver and which one had gold, but I don't think we had gold here. Like, it was either Mexico or Peru. Didn't you have silver? Probably, I don't remember. There are a lot of native groups here, but I think that the ones that most people remember are Incas and Mayas, which are not from Argentina, so, you know. I think the most known group in Argentina of native people are the Mapuches, and I don't remember if they had advanced minery or not. Probably not. I don't know. My brain might be pulling my leg, I don't know. Spain stole the gold. Oh, so you are Spanish. Spanish from Spain. I see. Yeah, that's also something that I notice a lot on people from Spain in general. Something that yeah, alright. Yeah, something that I notice is that people from Spain are particularly harsh on English pronunciation. Like when they see that a fellow Spanish speaker is trying to speak English, they are specifically well, that's a hard word. Let me say another word. They are specifically harsh on the judgment of the pronunciation. That's something that I see a lot, but mostly from Spanish to Spanish people, right? Like there is a streamer that I watch that is, well, that is also Spanish. He's called, well, he goes by the name of Heiki. He's a sim racer. And every time he speaks English to like the people he's playing with, there is a large amount of the chat that makes fun of the pronunciation. And I don't really see that much in other places, you know. It's like Spain seems to have that very, you know, incorporated. Instead of stealing gold, you're going to give it back. I don't think that that's gonna happen. Well, chat will make fun of their pronunciation even if it was pristine. Yeah, no. I know that that's, well, Twitch chat in general does that sort of thing. But I think that it's, I seen it mostly on, on Spanish chats. And by Spanish, I mean from Spain in particular. But you know, that's okay. That's mostly, I think, a pride sort of thing. Like, a pride thing that it is like, hey, why are you not speaking Spanish instead of English, right? So I can understand that. It's probably the same thing that French people do. I mean, French people are very, very proud of their language. Like, very proud. It seems that in Spain it's also the same thing. That's also an interesting subject. Because in the case of Spain, well, and also in the case of France, these are, well, the countries that invented the language, right? So obviously the pride in the language will be a lot more than the one that happens in a former colony, right? Like, I don't think that in Latin America in general there is that much pride for the language. Well, not to mention that most people here speak whatever Spanish they prefer, not the original one. So I think there is a lot more of a disconnect between the language and the people, right? Like, there isn't any pride in speaking it, right? But in Europe, it makes sense since those languages are pretty much part of their history. And by their history, I mean since the beginning of their history. Here, well, obviously not, since that will be the multiple native language that were spoken. Well, I'm not saying that Spain didn't eventually at some point in time probably had native tribes that were purged, but the point is that that was a very, very long time ago, if anything. Not as close, quote unquote, as Latin America. Most Latin American countries are only 200 years old, which is very little in comparison to a European country. But yeah, most of these countries are very young, and because of that, I don't think there is that much pride in things like language yet. Maybe in 1,000 more years, but I don't know where Latin America will be in 1,000 years. A little bit, you know, it's a little bit hard to predict where we will be in 1,000 years, you know. Not impossible, but, you know, I don't think I could make accurate predictions. Me or anyone for that matter. I know where we will be in 1,000 years. Oh, you do? Then please enlighten me if you will. If you will be so kind. Where will we be in 1,000 years? I am curious to see the intelligent comment that I'm about to read. That is definitely gonna be an intelligent comment, right? Miku World. Yeah, as expected, a very intelligent comment. Well, though I think that is food for thought, right? Do you think Miku will be remembered in 1,000 years? Because there are theories where people say, or rather people used to say, that when a certain amount of years pass, a generation forgets something that was popular in previous generations. However, with the internet and the fact that most things remain there for a very, very long time, will Miku be forgotten? Because we're not talking about something that is not popular. We are talking about a very big phenomenon, right? So, do you think she will be remembered? I think she probably would, but it's impossible to predict. 1,000 years? Many things could happen in 1,000 years. Will Sega go out of business? That doesn't matter, because Miku will enter public domain eventually in those 1,000 years. So whether they run out, whether they go bankrupt or not, it doesn't matter, because it will be completely free. You could basically make an officially licensed, I mean, you can sell something. Oh, that was the last one. Oops. I thought it was the second to last one. See? Talking about Miku works. Nice. Oh, I almost got scared that her expression was that I didn't get enough points, but no. She's just pissed off at the spell. So yeah, I don't think that spell was very impossible, to be honest. Imagine music classes in 1,000 years teaching about the history of Hatsune Miku and her impact in the music industry. I mean, that's the question, because in the topic of education, I mean, maybe what I'm gonna say might sound a little bit conspirative or whatever. It's not my intention. But I think that when it comes to education, school education, right? I think that there are a lot of things that are taken out of the education programs. So, and others that are completely outdated. Like I remember in my English class, I was learning English with examples about PDA, like the portable digital assistant, right? Nobody uses that since smartphones exist, but we were learning with that shit. And there are some other things that you don't even learn, like for example, well, not like it's something that I necessarily need to learn, but I didn't learn about, for example, the American Revolution. Again, it makes sense. There is no need for me to know that, but we didn't learn about that in school. You know, I think that there are more important topics, like for example, our governments from 20 years ago. We didn't learn those. They were skip, kinda. Well, more than skip is like we didn't reach them, but we didn't reach them mostly to avoid controversy, I guess, more than anything. So what I'm trying to say is that there are things that might be important, but that are completely taken out of these school programs. And Miku could be one of them. I mean, after all, you know, I don't think it's more about histories written by the winners. It's not about history. I think that it's more about whoever is the education ministry. These sort of things, like, I have actually another example. In one, I think it was a biology book, there was an example of something that used crime scene investigation. You know that shitty show about detectives doing stupid shit? Well, that show was cited as an example. So basically, whoever wrote that book and whoever approved that book and whoever chose that book to be told thought that CSI was an important show to mention, even though it had almost nothing to do with what was being told, right? So that's what I mean. Like, if someone in the education ministry is a Miku fan, yes, they are probably gonna include her as an important part of music history. If they are not, they won't. You know? And the same applies to this shitty series CSI. This guy that wrote that book and that approved it or whatever was a fan of that. Because otherwise it wouldn't have mentioned it, since it has so little to do with what was being told, right? So what I'm trying to say is that it all depends on whoever is in charge of the education. And that's something that depends on whoever wants to get that role. You know, enhance. Yeah, you understand more or less my point. Things like Niku will be considered important in a school environment only if whoever is doing the program considers it important. Then again, that doesn't really matter, I feel, because at the end of the day, kids learn more on the internet than on school, so that doesn't really matter. Like, if people still like Miku in 1,000 years, Miku will still be, you know, relevant, because the internet will keep it alive, obviously. I think this spell card is more about cleaning out the... Oh wow, that was the last one. Tim, that's the second time that I think that there is one more spell card remaining. I mean, sorry, one more photo remaining when there are none remaining. Nice. This is some interesting progress. Okay, every spell card from level 9 has been clear. So now the only thing remaining are Shikieki spell cards and this. These that are one from Yukari, one from Moko, and one from Suika. This one is an absolute pain in the ass. This one not so much, and this one I feel like it's the one that I could capture. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully. But I think that everything is shaping up to be beaten. Oh. I expected to be able to fully beat this game in 2 streams. I think it will have to be 3 streams, but that's fine, I think. So I wonder the last spell card that I will capture, how long it's gonna take me, because you never know. Wouldn't do much there. And it should have stayed on the right. But yeah. You know, when I remember Double Spoiler is an easier game than this one, right? Mostly because in Double Spoiler you are allowed to take pictures vertically, which, as you will expect, greatly increases your range. I think Double Spoiler, not just for that, but I also think that patterns in general in that game are easier. I think Double Spoiler might be easier than this game. In fact, I think that I was able to beat every pattern in Double Spoiler before I beat every pattern in this game. Does your brain have to be wired for completing STV in 2 streams? I mean, if I made longer streams, that will be clearly doable. It's just that I stream for 3.5 hours. If I stream for like 6 hours, I will have done it. You know? I mean, in fact, I'm pretty sure I can do this on the next stream. Like, the remaining spell cards are, some of them are hard and annoying, but I don't think it's gonna take more than 1 stream after this one, I mean. But yeah. Like shorter streams because I don't want you to get burned out. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do longer streams, I think. Well, technically yes. If I truly wanted to, I could do 5-hour streams. But no, that's too much. More than 5 hours will be impossible though, outside of weekends. But yeah. Another thing that you gotta understand is that I already fully cleared this game some time ago. So doing it again wouldn't take that long. Since if I could do it once, I can do it again. That's kind of like the idea. I should probably try some of, especially this one. This one is very doable, but it has the issue that the RNG makes it extremely annoying to deal with. The RNG at the end is the issue with this one. Like, the last 2 pictures that you're supposed to take require some very good RNG to not get completely murdered by them. Outside of that though, it's not really that hard. But yeah, you need good RNG. Like that, see? That's what I mean with good RNG. Got him! But yeah, that's the thing. If you get good RNG like that, you get it relatively easily. Well, at least we got 1 Shigeki spell. This one is just hard. See, this is the one that I was mentioning when you say that the Kinkashu spell card was the impossible one. This one is way harder. Because pay attention to the 3rd picture. Like, these ones are fine. This is just moving to the side, right? Like, there's nothing complex here. Now look at this one that comes here. Look at this RNG. Look at this garbage. Right? So this one is way harder than King Cashew. Just because of that. I don't even know what patterns come afterwards other than some lasers, but this Pelgar is way harder than King Cashew. I'm the guy that lost 17 coin tosses in a row, so RNG might be a bit of an issue. I don't think so, because I mean, losing 17 coin flips in a row requires some insane luck. Sure, you can consider it bad luck, but it's the unlikely thing to happen, right? Like, it's not like anyone can do that. Like, that's hard. So, what I'm trying to say is, the easiest thing that can happen in this game is you dying. So if your luck makes unusual things happening, that means that your chances of getting RNG that will allow you to clear the spell should be high. You won 17 coin tosses. Regardless of if you win or lose them, that is insane luck. And again, consider it good luck or bad luck, depends on your perspective. Unusual things happen to me, just unlucky ones. Well, I mean, what if you consider it unlucky for Shikiaki? Huh? Will that work? You need to find a plot hole. I mean, no, plot hole is not the word. Well, whatever the... There is a term to call for legal holes in a contract, right? Something that wasn't considered by the contract. How do you say that? Yeah, loophole. That's the word. Thanks. That's exactly the word. So yeah, you need to find a loophole in this logic. And if you find a loophole, you can turn what you think is bad luck into good luck. But yes, as you can see, this fucking spell card is a fucking shit fest because of that third pattern. Like, the RNG is way too nasty. Maybe you're not even supposed to... Oh! That's why the RNG is so nasty, because you're not supposed to dodge it from below. You're supposed to move around like this. Oh, fuck. Now I feel dumb. Never mind. If that's the case, this is not that hard. I thought you were supposed to dodge it from below. You don't even need to do that. Well, technically, you don't need to do that in any of this, because the bullets are not fast enough to track you. You do need to do it in the one that is a laser. The one that she shoots lasers on the 5th picture. Whether you want it or not, you need to do it. This one I could also do it, since it also seems like there is a lot of bullet density. But yeah, the next one I cannot do it. Yeah, this one, you need to quickly move to the side. Well, quickly, more like slowly. So not like that. And I don't know what comes after that. I'm assuming that the logic of the spell will largely remain the same, but I truly wonder. Because keep in mind, these are 10 pictures. That's a lot of pictures, you know? Oh, I forgot. This one I'm pretty sure it's very doable by just moving slowly, but they feel too fast to deal with. Oh, this one is okay. This one is RNG. This one you can just dodge it from the side. Alright, alright. I guess I wasn't that wrong. I just had like a very... Like, I was too early on my judgment, but she actually does have an RNG... Oh, I fucked up. Oops. She does have an RNG pattern. Well, she probably has more than one. I mean, keep in mind, every pattern here is different. I mean, they all have the same base, the same idea, but every single one of them is just different. Why did I do that? Well, it's okay. I mean, it works. Whatever. I'll take it. Ooh, almost got killed by the laser. Okay. So this one is messed up. This one is truly RNG, but I want to see... That's the thing. With spells like this one, that you don't know what to expect afterwards. Well, I will know if I remember, but I don't. But when you don't know what to expect afterwards, I really want to see it. For other spells that you know that it's the same pattern, just harder, I don't really care, and I usually tend to give up a lot earlier. Yeah, for this ones, I'm very curious to see what other bullshit awaits. Oh, that killed me. Didn't it? Really? I want to see if the next ones have RNG as well, or if they are more like these first two. It would be nice if they were more like those first two, but you never know. Was it one of those shitty rice bullets? Probably. Damn it. Sometimes you are so fast that you run into a bullet that is about to leave the screen. Pretty nice. That was pretty lucky. Okay, what else you got? Oh, more RNG bullshit, okay. Pretty nice of you. At least this one is not RNG. Ah, what a dumb death. What the hell? How do you die like that? What the hell, dude? Are you really gonna die like that? Holy shit, that was such a dumbass death. Well, the funny thing is that the 8th and the 9th photos are easier than the previous two. But well, even then, I don't know what to expect on the last one, but it seems that it wouldn't be anything different from the 8th and the 9th one. Or maybe it will, I don't know. Or maybe it's a combination of everything at the same time. That would be nice. Okay, let's do it like this. I will try hard this spell until I capture it. And then this will be the last one for today. I think that that's a good plan. And then the remaining ones are gonna be try harder tomorrow. And I really hope I finish them tomorrow. Some of those are quite nasty. But yeah, this one is way more than doable. It's super doable. But there aren't many much left. I think that there might be 6 left after this one. Actually, 1, 2, no, 5 left. If I can capture this one, there are 5 left. And that's it. Alright. Yeah, I should be able to get them tomorrow. I feel like the only one that might give me trouble is... well, I don't know. I mean, Yukari's spell, I still need to understand what else she has as patterns. Moko's spell can be a problem though. That one is just long. Oh, Suika's spell is gonna be an absolute fucking pain in the ass. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah, okay. That's probably gonna be the hardest spell. The rest, I don't think they are gonna give me that much trouble. But yeah, Suika's missed spell is... that one is just rough. So I guess that one is more about being patient than anything else. Problem is that I'm not a very patient person. I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to stuff in general. For now, the biggest issue of this spell card is the 5th and the 6th and the 7th patterns. 6th and the 7th patterns are RNG. There's nothing you can do there other than getting lucky. Well, it's not like there's nothing you can do. You can dodge shit, you know? Like what you're intended to do. But it's hard. But yeah, those two are the issue, and I still don't know what the last one is. The last one might also be an issue for all I know, but I obviously don't remember it, so who knows. I do remember a lot of these spell cards and feeling very accomplished to be able to get them back when I got them for the first time. And well, some of them I definitely will feel accomplished even now. Probably. Yeah, I can definitely get this one today. So I need to be careful with those sort of challenges that I give to myself. Because I mean, it's likely that I probably will get this spell. But it's also likely that I won't. So I don't want to do like a 24-hour stream just to capture this shit. I mean, no, that's obviously an exaggeration. This one should be obtainable today. But you never know. It might still take some time. Do it for her? For who? For Shikieki? Well, I mean, Shikieki used to be one of my favorite characters when I just started, you know, playing Touhou. Not anymore though. Though she's still, you know, kinda there. But not that much. And 0 points on the picture. Can you believe that? Ah, fuck, dude, I need to stop letting focus go when the bullets have not fully disappeared. But the problem is that I need to be fast enough to take the picture. Of course. I mean, Shikieki used to be one of my characters that were at the top. Mostly because she was like, well, canonically she's kinda supposed to be one of the strongest characters, since she's the one that judges the dead. So she's intended to at least be stronger than the assholes she judges, you know? Not to mention that in Phantasmagoria of Flower View, she pretty much, you know, nagged everyone like she was the victor. Even though she kinda wasn't, but I mean, she gave no fucks. You know, ever since Shikieki was introduced, there are some other characters that are, you know, kinda strong. So she kinda got power crept a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, a lot of characters did. I mean, another thing is that especially a lot of characters, because you know, a lot of things are open for interpretation in Touhou, right? And one of those things is how strong some characters are, right? Well, some characters, all of them for that matter. Wait, give me a second. What's the last one? Oh, that's nasty. I can still do it, but... Got it. And that's how you do it. Nice. Well, that means that there is only 5 spell cards remaining, as well as 5 replay slots. And those are... This one should probably be the first one I get. Like, this one isn't that hard. This one is long and hard, so this might take some time to get. This one, I don't fully understand it, so it's a matter of knowing what else there is to this. Well, this one is long. It's not really that hard, but since it's long, your chances to fuck up are very high. And this one is just fucked up. Straight up, this one is just annoying. This one might be the last one I get, because it really is very, very long, and just like the Moko one, your chances of fucking up are very high. You know, it's a perfectly balanced world, sure. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today then. So, you know, those 5 spell cards are remaining, and they might take a long time, but yeah, whenever they happen, they will happen tomorrow. So, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, hopefully with the conclusion of this game, which I expect it to be the case, but you never know how hard some of this could happen. So, have a good one everyone, and take care.